Hello, good day. I'm going to do a face off today. I went on holiday again. I had a few days away with a little lady. Went back to the New Forest actually. Same kind of place, like where the lodges are and everything. Today I'm going to be shaving with Cella, the old Bakewell tart smell. And I've got, well, in my opinion, one of the best razors ever made. For like this size anyway. It's an MK.31. It's in pretty good nick. You know, it's kind of, well, it's really got not much of a mark on it really. It's honed lovely. They generally just shave, well, great. I'll show the other side. It's the MK.31 stamped on that side. Just a lovely razor. Some of the most finest grinds. Just so very fine when it goes down to like the hollow bit. Some of them have got little bellies. And this one ain't really got a belly. Like you can't feel the transition or anything. Not really. They're, well, gonna be ever so picky. And this one is a celebrated King William razor, and it says on it S. Wilson Cutler Ipswich, and on the back it says finest Sheffield steel, warranted, forged and real hollow ground in Germany. So whoever done this blank, whoever made this blank in Sheffield, I believe it was the same people that were supplying gutter razors, and they are like Graf and Plumger or something like that. It's German, I'm terrible, and I don't know, I get the feeling it is. I've had a lot of gutters come through me, and it's the same stamp. It's exactly the same stamp, and the steel just, well, reminds me of gutter. But this one, the grind's a bit different than a gutter. This one's got quite a prominent belly all the way along. There's quite literally sort of like a little hollow all the way along there. Sat lovely on the hones. I reckon that's going to shave just lovely as well. These have all had full progression on Shapton Pros, and then slurry on my level 5 JNAT, like hardness, and then finished. And then onto the horse strop downstairs, the really fast, low drag horse strop. Well, linen first, sorry. And even before that, it was the paddle strops, doing the little bees. And then I gave it a few sort of little laps up here on the genuine horse, shell horse one that I sort of renewed, restored, rejuvenated, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I've always got a MK.31 as a keeper somewhere. I've got one that needs rescaling as well. I found that in a box, so I'm going to put some scales on that. I'm not sure what yet. My keeper at the moment, it's got some quite nice custom scales on it, so we'll see. We'll see. I started making some scales today for my Gallimero Hope 14 pattern razors, and that nice little Class Torn Bloom that I shaved with, that I showed you. Well, it was a few weeks ago now, but it's not that many shave videos back because I haven't been doing that many shave videos at the moment. Had a lovely trip away, going to see my family, my gran, my cousin and stuff. We've got hot tubs there in these lodges that are all fueled by fire, so you have to light the fire, regulate the fire, and they go through quite a bit of wood, I must say. They don't seem like the most efficient in terms of your kilowattage being used, if you know what I mean. A lot of it seems to go up the chimney. I was kind of planning to have a nice shave there, and I thought, let's do it when I get home. Yeah, if you don't know what a Bakewell tart is, it's that smell anyway. These lovely little tarts. I don't know if you get them in other countries, but we're kind of known for Bakewell tart. And I ain't got the most sweetest tooth in the mouth, the sweetest tooth, but I don't mind a Bakewell tart, especially if it's one from like being made in a lovely bakery. It's come up quite well, hasn't it? That's. Give it a slight bit more oomph today. The only complaint with this soap is it dries out quite quick, I find. Let's shave with this. I'm just near sure it's a gutter. I really am. Even all the gimping and everything is a bit sort of, well, gutter's got different gimping on the top, but it's the same kind, if you know what I mean. It's just it I don't know, it's talking to me. It's telling me it's one of them razors. And I've got a keeper that's one of these razors, like the Make, that's not a gutter. And I said to you before, as good as an ear one and all. Not getting that one so easy. It's a bit of a coming out of a bit of a funny old angle, isn't it? There you go, that's gone. The toe's definitely good though, it's popping them off. There we go, that's my ears done. Some people really rave about these. Belly razors. And Sheffield did make them. Sheffield did make them, and so did Sweden. Definitely not as common in Sweden, from what I've seen anyway. But the Germans are really known for it. If you see something stamped on it, it says real German hollow ground, it's likely a Bellied razor. And if it says real hollow German hollow ground, double hollowed, that normally means they've got rid of most of the belly. At least that's what I've experienced. As you can see, it's making short work of my whiskers, isn't it? So it's definitely got a good edge, good steel, good razor. If it was in better nick, I definitely would consider keeping it, because I like the old acid etching and stuff. I'm not too big on the gold stuff. Yeah, for a first pass, really nice and tight. Nice shaver. It's just a shame it ain't got the maker's stamp on it. But whatever Solingen company made it, it was definitely one of the good ones. And to be fair, I don't think there was that many bad ones really, was there? A bit like Sheffield really. Let's have a go at this MK. It's quite a bit sort of lighter in the hand, the MK.31. Very much louder. So all on the blade, all just on the blade, that go. Yeah, it's just lovely. Just shaves like nearly any other MK. Well, I had an MK, oh no, I've said it before, but I had an MK.29 and that was a bit too plucky for me, that was a bit too thin. Because they are so thin, so thin. But that is just bob on. You know, because the steel that they managed to create, like the Swedish steel and everything, they could get away with just doing it so thin. And it truly is. I think one of the thinnest razors, like in that size as well. Let's give it another pass. Put a tiny bit of water in the old brush. See if we can get it going enough. I might need to put a bit more water. Yep. Just seems to dry out a bit too much, but it's the only thing I can knock it as. It's got good slide, good lather in, real nice scent to it. That's it, that's a bit more like it. I do want it. Let's go against the grain. Lots of air in the sink today. Yeah, it's a really nice way to use that one. Jury's out on the old hollowing and bellied razor for me. I don't really notice an improvement really. My bum, my chin bum. That's it. Just another couple of razors ready to set out into the world. Go off my pretties and shave well. Such a fine edge on it. It's just unreal, the bevel. It's just got like the smallest bevels ever, and they're nearly always like that as well. It's just tiny little bevel. It's very even all the way along this one as well. Lovely. Great piece of shaving history, it really is. Still quite a lot of soap left in it really, after I went up. It's quite tight in terms of what one was better. They were both about the same just there. But I'm a little problem area on my neck. Yeah, I'd say the Carl Victor just about did it. Do that in a minute. Right. Love you and leave you. Get on with your day. Toodaloo.